roads all split into the dust, like they forgot what used to trust. Wooden signs half eaten by time, pointing nowhere out of line. I hold a compass in my hand, but it refuses to understand. Every direction feels the same, just echoes calling out your name. The wind rewrites what I believe, in streets where nothing is retreat. And every step I try to take feels like a choice I never made. I've got a broken compass in a ghost town, spinning where the world shut down. North or south, it doesn't know where the living used to go. Every street is full of you, in the dust of something true. But I'm lost in what remains, a map of vanished names, a broken compass in a ghost town that still thinks you're around. The saloon doors don't swing anymore, just memories leaning on the floor. Windows stare with hollow eyes, reflecting faded, empty skies. I trace your footsteps in the sand, but they dissolve before they land. Even silence feels too loud when you're the only ghost around. Every corner looks the same, like it forgot its own old name. And I keep walking just in case you might still be in this place. I've got a broken compass in a ghost town, turning while the night comes down. No direction feels like home, only place is overgrown. The buildings hung with what we were, like echoes that still stir. But nothing leads me back to you, only what we lost to. A broken compass in a ghost town, still searching for your sound. If I stop moving, will I see what this place has done to me? Or is wandering all I've got in a town that time forgot? Maybe love like ours decays into maps that lose their ways, and all that's left to navigate is the shape of our mistakes. I've got a broken compass in a ghost town, but I'm learning how to turn around. Not every path is meant to end where the memory begins. So I leave the town behind, let the silence redefine what it means to lose your way and still survive the day. A broken compass in a ghost town finally lets me out. The wind erases every trace of footsteps I cannot retrace. The compass rests inside my hand, no longer trying to understand. And somewhere past the empty sound, I find myself outside the ghost town. I start with silence in a pan, let it warm the way it can. A pinch of memory I don't stir, just let it burn and let it blur. The kitchen hums in muted light. Another ordinary night. No one calls, no one stays, just leftovers of better days. The fridge light flickers like a sigh, reflecting all I didn't try. And every sound the house can make feels like a step I didn't take. It's a recipe for lonely nights, measured out in fading lights. A cup of almost, teaspoon of if, a bitter taste I can't forgive. I serve it cold on empty plates, where every memory still waits, and I pretend it might taste right. This recipe for lonely nights. I boil the water just for show, like something good might start to grow. But steam just writes your name again on fogged up glass and window panes. The radio plays a half-known song of love that didn't last too long, and I hum along out of habit now, not remembering quite how. The table sets itself for one, a meal for what I've not become. And every bite I take alone feels like a truth I've always known. It's a recipe for lonely nights, with missing steps and wrongs and rights. A dash of hope I let go stale, a flavor only grief can tell. I chew on silence, soft and thin, where conversation might have been, and then still I eat it all despite this recipe for lonely nights. If I could change the way it cooks, would I still read the same old books? Or is the taste already set from everything I can't forget? Maybe loneliness is learned, like something slowly overburned. And every night I plate the same dish of absence dressed in flame. It's a recipe for lonely nights, but I'm learning how to bite into everything it brings. The salt, the ache, the quiet things. Not every meal is meant to heal. Some are just meant to reveal the shape of who I've been inside. This recipe for lonely nights. The dish is cool, the stove goes dark. Another night leaves its mark, and in the sink I let it be a taste of me, quietly. There's an old guitar beside my bed, still humming words we never said. It's weathered wood, remembers you. Every chord, every shade of blue. I reached to play our favorite song, but something felt so deeply wrong. One lonely string gave up the fight, snapping in the middle of the night. Now every melody I try to find falls apart like you left mine. Silence fills the empty room where love once learned to bloom. Like a broken string on my guitar, you left the silence in my heart. Every note I used to know fades before it starts to grow. I strum the pieces of goodbye, trying hard not to cry, but every song ends the same, calling out your name. I'm just a lonely soul beneath the stars, holding a broken string on my guitar. Dust keeps settling on the keys, just like memories on autumn leaves. The rhythm that we used to share now disappears into the air. The walls still echo with your laugh, a ghost inside each photograph. No matter how I tune the pain, the music never sounds the same. Some songs are meant to heal the soul, some remind us what we lost. Every heartbeat skips a beat when love accepts defeat. Like a broken string on my guitar, the distance isn't measured far. It's found between what was and is, between your goodbye and my wish. I keep playing through the tears, counting all these empty years. Every chord still falls apart, just like my heart. Nothing shines the way you are. You're the broken string on my guitar. You're here where my heart has been, like a broken string on my guitar. Your memory is my deepest scar. Though the music still goes on, its brightest harmony is gone. I'll sing until my voice grows weak, for words my heart can't speak. And every lonely melody will carry you with me until my final fading chord. I'll love you as before, with a broken string on my guitar. The night grows quiet, soft and dark, but your echo leaves its mark. One missing note, one shattered dream, Nothing is as whole as it once seemed. The guitar rests against the wall, no longer answering my call. Only silence plays through a broken string on my guitar. The room is still, but my mind won't rest. A storm keeps beating beneath my chest. Every breath feels paper thin, like the walls are slowly closing in. The mirror holds a stranger's stare, someone tired of pretending they're there. 1,000 thoughts I cannot name, all burning in a silent flame. The clock keeps counting every fear, turning seconds into years. I reach for peace, but all I find is the echo of my restless mind. This is the anatomy of a baseline panic attack. A smile up front while my soul fades to black. A heartbeat racing with nowhere to run, fighting a battle no one else sees won. I'm drowning in the quiet between every breath, trying to outrun invisible steps. Every I'm okay is painted thin, while the storm keeps roaring within. This is the anatomy of surviving silently. The daylight shines but never warms. It can't calm these invisible storms. Every hallway feels too long, every silence feels too strong. I keep collecting shattered sleep, promises I couldn't keep. The world keeps spinning just the same, while I'm forgetting my own name. Hope flickers like a distant light, barely reaching through the night. Still I stand though I may fall, waiting for the dawn to call. This is the anatomy of a baseline panic attack. 1,000 memories pulling me back, hands that shake though they look still. A mountain hidden inside a hill. I'm speaking words that never land, watching time slip through my hands. No one hears the quiet crack inside a baseline panic attack. If tomorrow brings a little light, maybe I'll survive tonight. Maybe healing starts this way, one slow breath, one fragile day. Even broken hearts can learn that after winter seasons turn, though the night may feel so long, the silence isn't always strong. This is the anatomy of a baseline panic attack. Not the end, just a heavy track. Every scar becomes a page, every tear outlives the pain. The loneliness has called my name. I am more than all this rain. I'll keep walking through the dark until I find a single spark. heart still choosing to beat. The night still whispers to my soul, but it no longer has control. Though the echoes never fully fade, I'll keep breathing through the gray. One heartbeat, one dawn, one more chance, beyond the echo of loneliness. Built a home from broken glass, convinced somehow this pain would pass. Every mirror held my blame, every crack whispered your name. I wore a smile stitched from regret, hiding wounds that never left. The hardest battles leave no scars that anyone can see. I kept rewriting yesterday, looking for one thing to change, but every page returned the same, a heart that carried all the blame. This is the art of tearing myself apart, painting heartbreak across my heart. Every memory cuts like a knife, framing the ruins of our life. I keep breaking what still remains, building castles out of pain. If love was meant to set me free, why am I my own worst enemy? This is the art of tearing myself apart. Rain still taps against my skin, like it knows where I've been. I gather pieces from the floor, but they don't fit like they did before. Your echo lingers in these halls, answering no one when I call. I'm chasing shadows through the dark, trying to find my missing spark. Every night I fight the tide, trying to leave the past behind, but memories are stubborn flames that refuse to fade away. This is the art of tearing myself apart, tracing your absence through my heart. Every promise fades to gray, every sunrise feels the same. I'm holding on to what is gone, long after you moved on. The loudest war I'll ever know is the one inside my soul. Maybe forgiveness isn't forgetting, maybe healing isn't pretending, maybe scars are quiet proof that loved ones dare to tell the truth. So I'll let the tears become the rain instead of chains around my name. Though the night still leaves its mark, it doesn't own my heart. This was the art of tearing myself apart, until I almost lost my heart. But even shattered glass can shine when it catches morning light. I'll carry every broken piece, not as defeat but memories. The echo of your love remains, yet I won't live inside the pain. silence lingers soft and slow, like winter waiting for the snow. Your name still drifts upon the breeze, but no longer brings me to my knees. The echo stays, the love is gone, and I'll keep walking toward the dawn. Not unbroken, not unchanged, just learning how to breathe again. The morning came without your voice, like every dream had lost its choice. Your side of the bed is cold and bare, still holding shadows of when you were there. I read old letters one by one, searching for what we've become. Every word now feels like rain, falling on a window of pain. I kept believing love could stay, even as you slipped away. Some hearts fight until they're through, some stop beating long before they do. The cold hard truth is you let go long before you told me so. While I was building us a home, you were already gone. I held on with all I had, through every smile that hid the sad. Now the silence speaks for you. That's the cold hard truth. The mirror shows a stranger's face, lost inside an empty place. I never thought goodbye could leave a wound too deep to ever breathe. The stars don't shine the way they did, their light is fading, growing dim. Even the moon avoids my eyes, like it knows the reason why. Love can bloom like springtime skies, then disappear without goodbyes. Some promises become the dust, leaving nothing left to trust. The cold hard truth is love can fade, no matter how much hope we gave. I was reaching for your hand while you slipped away again. Now every road reminds me of the echoes of our broken love. There's nothing left for me to prove. That's the cold hard truth. If I could turn the clock around, I'd still choose you without a sigh. 'Cause loving you was worth the pain, even if I lose again. But memories don't change the end, and broken hearts don't always mend. Sometimes forever lasts one night, then disappears with morning light. The cold hard truth is I survived, though part of me was left behind. Your goodbye became my scar, a reminder of who we were. I'll carry every tear I've cried, like waves that never reach the tide. Some wounds remain no matter what. That's the cold hard truth. When the wind calls out your name, it never sounds the same. The heart remembers what time can undo, even when it's broken in two. So I'll walk beneath these fading skies, with tears no one can see, living with the cold hard truth. lay down where the street lights die, counting cracks across the sky. The city hums its tired breath, like it's rehearsing quiet death. No blankets here, no soft goodnight, just broken glass and fading light. I close my eyes but still I feel the world spins slow, too sharp to heal. Every step that brought me here echoes louder than my fear, and every hope I used to know burned out beneath the neon glow. The concrete is a cold pillow where I lay my thoughts to rest. No lullabies, no gentle hands, just the weight inside my chest. The pavement learns my silhouette, a shape it won't forget. And every night I fall apart on the ground that holds my heart. The concrete is a cold pillow, and I can't dream anymore. The alley whispers what it seems in broken bottles, shattered dreams. I trace your name in cigarette ash, watch it vanish in a flash. The world above keeps moving on, like I was never really gone. But down here time forgets my face and leaves me in this empty space. The stars don't reach this far below, they only watch but never know. And every wish I ever made got lost before it found its way. The concrete is a cold pillow where I learned to stay awake. No comfort here, just memory of every choice I didn't make. The sirens sing a distant tune beneath the hollow broken moon, and I am just a shadow cast by everything that didn't last. The concrete is a cold pillow that never lets me go. If I could rise before the dawn, would anything be truly gone? Or do these streets remember me in every scar I cannot see? Maybe falling isn't fate, maybe it's a state we create. But even hope feels far away when the ground decides I stay. The concrete is a cold pillow, but I still breathe against its edge. Not every night is meant to break, some nights are meant to pledge that even in the lowest sound, there's something still unbound. And though I lie where shadows grow, I feel a spark beneath the snow. The concrete is a cold pillow, but I'm learning how to go. The city fades into the gray, but I am not the same today. The ground no longer feels like end, just where I learned to start again. The book is open on the table where your faded letter lies. Dust has settled on the pages like the silence in my eyes. Every line we wrote together spoke of dreams that would not end. Now the ink has lost its color, like the hearts we couldn't mend. I keep reading every memory, though I already know the end. This is the final chapter, where forever says goodbye. Every promise turns to echoes, every smile learns to cry. The story that we dreamed together has become a lonely scar. I close the book, but not my heart. It still remembers who you are. The bookmark rests where loved ones bloom, frozen in a happier page. But time kept writing without mercy, turning hope into a cage. I hear your voice between the lines, like a whisper in the rain. Every word I never said returns to me again. Some endings come without a warning, leaving only empty space. This is the final chapter, where the ending came too soon. The stars still shine above the night, but never light this road. I trace your name with trembling hands, as tears begin to fall. The book may reach its final page, but I still hear your call. If I could write one page again, I'd choose the day we first believed. I'd hold your heart a little longer before the moment had to leave. Some stories aren't forgotten, they simply live inside the soul. No matter how the pages turn, your love will make me whole. This is the final chapter, but my love won't find an end. Though the pages stop their turning, my heart still calls you friend. Every sentence left unfinished, every dream we couldn't keep, lies between these quiet pages, where broken promises still sleep. The cover may be closing now, but you'll forever be my favorite story. The last page falls into silence, the ink grows faint with time. Yet somewhere beyond the ending, your name is still written across every chapter of my heart. The machines kept time instead of clocks, soft beeping through the hallway talks. Your hand was small inside of mine, too still for how we used to shine. The white walls swallowed every sound, except the footsteps going round. I learned the language of your breath, counting pieces close to death. They said to stay and hold on tight, like holding couldn't make wrongs turn right. But hope gets thin in fluorescent light, when morning never feels like light. The hospital ceiling looked like the sky, but it never learned how to fly. I watched clouds that weren't real drift by, while I learned how to say goodbye. Every blink felt like a prayer, falling into sterile air. You were still here, but not quite home, and neither was my soul. The hospital ceiling looked like the sky, but it never looked back at me. The nurse smiled like she'd done this before, like grief was just another door. I memorized the rhythm of your name, between the wires and the pain. The sunlight tried to break the blinds, but couldn't reach the other side. Even time slowed down to see what was happening to me. Some rooms don't let you leave the same, they keep a trace of every name, and every hope that dares to rise eventually learns how to die. The hospital ceiling looked like the sky, a lie I learned not to deny. Every heartbeat felt too loud, like it was speaking for the crowd. I held your fingers through the night, afraid to lose you from my side. But some goodbyes don't make a sound, they just sink into the ground. The hospital ceiling looked like the sky, while everything inside me broke. If I could trade 1 hour more, I'd give up everything I swore. Just one more breath, one more reply, before the world forgot to try. But time doesn't bargain or wait, it simply closes every gate. And love, no matter how we fight, can disappear in sterile light. The hospital ceiling looked like the sky, but I couldn't learn how to lie. Now every room with whitewashed walls still echoes with your calls. You're gone, but something still remains, a quiet weight I can't explain. And I still look up when I cry at ceilings that look like sky. nothing answers back tonight. The hallway fades, the monitors sleep, but some memories never leave. And every sky I see above still carries what I lost in love. The hospital ceiling looked like the sky, and that's the last place I saw you alive. The clock still ticks where we stood still, a quiet house upon the hill. Your coat is gone, your coffee's cold, but every room still keeps your soul. I hear the footsteps in my mind of someone time could never hide. The door closed softly, nothing broke except the hope inside my bones. I replay that final night, searching every shadow for a light. If I had known the end was near, I'd have held your silence instead of fear. The last word you said still echoes in my head. It wasn't loud, it wasn't long, but it outlived every love song. Now every sunrise feels like rain. Every smile hides the pain. One goodbye was all it took to rewrite every chapter of my book. I'm still living with the last word you said. The flowers bloomed and lost their color, just like hearts that stop recovering. I kept your letters in a box, along with dreams that time forgot. The mirror asked me where you've gone, why every night feels twice as long. Even the moon avoids my eyes, afraid to witness how love dies. Some endings come without a sound, leaving broken pieces on the ground. I gathered all that I could save, but love had already slipped away. The last word you said still sleeps beside my bed, a whisper wrapped in cold regret, a memory I can't forget. I wear your absence like the rain, falling softly through my veins. Every heartbeat calls your name, though nothing will ever be the same. I'm still haunted by the last word you said. If I could borrow one more night, I'd trade the stars to make it right. I never let that silence grow, I never watch you let me go. But time won't turn and hearts can't lie. Some love survives, some simply die. All that's left for me to keep is one last word I hear in my sleep. The last word you said became the life I never led. It lingers in the autumn breeze, it trembles through the empty trees. Those seasons change and years move on, its echo tells me you're still gone. I'll keep singing to the night above, for the ghost of our forgotten love, until my own voice fades away. I'll remember the last word you said. The silence knows your name by heart, It whispers through the broken dark. One word ended everything we knew, yet my soul still answers you. When the final note is played and all the tears have washed away, your echo will remain, the last word you said. The music fills the crowded hall, but I don't hear a single tune. 1,000 voices rise and fall, still I'm alone beneath the moon. Across the room I catch your face, a stranger wearing what was mine. You smile for everyone but me, as if we never shared our time. The world keeps spinning without a sound, while my heart stands still. You have the saddest eyes in the room, hiding storms behind the light. They tell the story words refuse, of love that disappeared that night. I wonder if they still remember every promise, every kiss, or if they're only filled with silence, longing for what they'll always miss. You laugh as if you've learned to heal, while I pretend I'm doing fine. But every glance we accidentally steal feels like rewinding all of time. The distance isn't measured now by miles or seasons passing by. It's measured by the things we lost and every unanswered why. Some wounds don't fade with passing years, they simply learn to hide. You have the saddest eyes in the room, even when your smile appears. They carry all the words we buried, drowning quietly If this is where our story ends, I'll carry your reflection through, because the saddest eyes I've ever known were the ones that once looked back with love and belong to you. The room grows quiet, the lights grow dim, everyone goes home, but those sad eyes remain, living forever in my memory. I still remember dialing slow, the number only we would know. The cord stretched tight across the room, like it was pulling me to you. But all I hear when I call tonight is a whisper buried in white light. No voice returns, no breath replies, just static where your silence lies. The line still rings like it should care, but no one's ever really there. Just broken sound and distant rain, repeating your forgotten name. It's the static on your landline, humming like a ghost in time. Every crackle feels like you trying to break back through, but all I get is empty noise, faded echoes of your voice. I keep waiting for the tone that says you're still at home, but it's only static on your landline. And I'm talking to the dark. The receiver feels too heavy now, like it remembers you somehow. I trace your number in the air, as if you'd suddenly be there. The operator says disconnected, like something we both expected. Still I call you every night, just to hear the absence fight. Some connections don't stay alive, they fade without a final goodbye. And what we thought would always ring became a dead electric thing. It's the static on your headline, a conversation lost in time. Every pause between the hits feels like something I still miss. I say your name into the phone, but it answers all alone. No dial tone leads me home, just noise I can't let go. It's the static on your landline, still pretending you might speak. If I hold it long enough, will the signal turn to love? Or is it just my mind again, trying to hear where you've been? Maybe some goodbyes don't fall, they just dissolve inside the call. And what I hear is not your voice, but the sound of losing choice. It's the static on your landline, still pretending you phone sits silent on the desk, a relic of what I can't forget. No more ringing in the night, just the memory of light. And somewhere in the quiet air, I still swear you were there.